Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. My country people, serious matter dey ground o. Anytime from now, Godwin Emefiele fit kpai for inside DSS custody. As the matter dey be like this so. Na so Godwin Emefiele younger brother come dey tell our Nigerian court o, say with the way Godwin Emefiele dey do body, he may die in the DSS custody. They should do something about it now before it is too late. Let's find out more as we hit the news. Dr. Okanta Emefiele, the younger brother of the embattled governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, has told the Federal Capital Territory Abuja High Court that the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and the Department of the State Service DSS are winch hunting his brother because of his people-oriented financial policies, which several political actors are not comfortable with and are now looking for means to smear his image and reputation. Okanta, who warned that his brother may die in the custody if not granted bail, made the allegation in his affidavit in support of the fundamental rights application filed by Emefiele's lead counsel, J.B. Daudu San. Among other prayers sought, Daudu had asked the court to restrain the DSS from further detaining his clients under the disguise of investigating him for terrorism financing and fraudulent activities, thereby interfering with his rights to freedom of movement, personal liability, and human dignity. In his affidavit before the court obtained by the Whistler, Okanta stated he has the consent and authority of his brother to depose the statement on his behalf since he was still being detained at the DSS facility. Now, his allegations of a political witch hunt by the AGF and the DSS, Okanta said that the respondents have allegedly been applying to various courts with a view to obtaining favorable orders, as so to help legalize the illegality certain unnamed politicians have fine-tuned against him. Now, Emefiele is an average Nigerian man who served and brought laudable financial and monetary policies, as approved by the former president of Nigeria. Muhammad Buhari is now being treated like a common criminal, kept in an inhuman condition, denied food, his medications denied. Even his spouse, his family members, doctors, and lawyers are not allowed to have access to him. I know as a fact that this policy is a serious blow to several politicians and a cog in the electoral fraud in Nigeria, as several dishonorable politicians set out plans to rig the 2023 general elections through vote buying and electoral fraud, while insecurity is on the rise. That I know as a fact that one of such plots by these politicians includes to frame the applicants on unfounded allegations of terrorism financing, fraudulent practices, as well as allegation of plots to cover up for the 89 trillion stamp duty fraud, which the former administration of President Buhari had personally debunked as being untrue, unfounded in all regards, he stated. He further alleged that these mindless and faceless politicians plan to use the instrumentality of the judicial process to intimidate, to harass, to oppress, and to force him out of office in order to continue in the old pattern of electoral fraud and vote buying. He further contained that the detention of Emefiele remains illegal because it has already been determined with finality by Justice M.A. Hassan of the same Court of Coordinate Jurisdiction in a matter between the incorporated trustees of Forum for Accountability and Good Leadership versus the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, And yes, Okanta urged the court to order the release of the embattled CBN governor, adding that if the court fails to intervene, he would be subjected to considerable physical and psychological torture, which may lead to his death or aggravation of his ill health for no just cause. Now, while the court has already fixed July 13th for the ruling on the application, the Whistler reports that the AGF and the DSS had raised preliminary objections to Emefiele's applications and affidavit. And in the counter affidavit filed by its counsel, Awo, the DSS denied the allegation of the political witch hunt, maintaining that it remains apolitical and does not act in the interest of any political group or persons. Now, the applicant was arrested upon reasonable suspicion of committing acts which constitute a criminal breach of trust, incitement to violence, criminal misappropriations of public funds, and economic sabotage, the economic crimes of the national security dimensions, and undermining the security of Nigeria, he said. And Awo further contended that upon the arrest of Godwin Emefiele, the detain order was obtained from a court of competent jurisdiction to enable the agency to keep him in a lawful custody for 14 days, having discovered that investigations into his office will take a little while to conclude. Now, for the AGF, its legal team had urged the court to decline jurisdiction on Emefiele's request for release following the investigation into his office. And yes, my country people, this is the fate of Godwin Emefiele. Now, Godwin Emefiele's brother have raised alarm that this man should be granted bail. He shouldn't remain in the DSS custody, that he may die anytime soon if he is not released. But my country people, what are your thoughts concerning this? How many deaths has Emefiele caused? How many innocent lives were wasted with Godwin Emefiele's policy? Do you know how many lives were lost during those periods? Now, in fact, Godwin Emefiele should as well rot in the DSS custody. Nigerians don't care. Well, if only his mumu brother know that he's adding more fuel to the fire by already burning fire by spilling this trash. Let his brother feel the pains Emefiele made Nigerians went through as a result of his economic policies that took the lives of several people. Guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. So, my country people, what are your thoughts concerning this? Do you think that Godwin Emefiele should be left to rot in the DSS custody for all the pains and the sufferings he has inflicted on Nigerians? I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.